Hamas has agreed to the latest proposal from the regional mediators for a Gaza ceasefire and the hostage release deal with Israel, a source in the Palestinian armed group has told the Millennium. Also, the proposal from Egypt and Qatar is said to be based on a framework put forward by the United States envoy Steve Witkoff in June. It would also see Hamas free around half of the 50 remaining Israeli hostages, 20 of whom are believed to be alive, also in the two batches during an initial 60-day truce. There would be also negotiations around it on a permanent ceasefire. It is unclear whether the Israel response will be. Also, the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office also said the last week that it would only accept a deal if all the hostages are released on one go. In the video conference that was released later, it was said that the reports of the Hamas approval has also emerged. Netanyahu did not comment directly but said that from them you can get one impression, that is, Hamas is under immense pressure. The Israeli military chief of staff, that is Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir, also meanwhile said that it was at a turning point in the 22-month war with a focus on enhancing the strikes against the Hamas in the Gaza city. It came as the witnesses on the ground in the Gaza city reported that Israeli tanks backed by the air and artillery strikes had made a surprise advance into the southern Sabra neighborhood and surrounded schools and a United Nations-run clinic sheltering hundreds of displaced people. Later this week, the Israeli cabinet is expected to also approve the military plan to occupy the Gaza city, where intensifying Israeli strikes have already prompted thousands of people to flee. Netanyahu announced Israel's intention to widen its offensive and conquer all of Gaza, including the areas where most of its 2.1 million Palestinian residents have sought refuge after indirect talks with Hamas on a ceasefire deal broke down last month. A Hamas delegation led by the group's chief negotiator, that is Khalil al-Hayya, have also been in Cairo since the last week, meeting mediators who see a window of opportunity for a new agreement. On the Monday morning, a senior Hamas official told the Millennium that the delegation was reviewing a new ceasefire proposal that it had also received the previous day. Qatar's Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani also visited the Egyptian capital to apply maximum pressure on the two sides to reach a deal as soon as possible. The Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr also said, speaking during his own trip to the Rafah border crossing with the Gaza, also, he said that it stressed on the urgency of reaching a ceasefire to alleviate the deep humanitarian crisis in the Palestinian territory. He said the current situation on the ground there was beyond imagination. On the Monday evening, a Hamas source told the Millennium that the group had submitted a written response to mediators, saying that it has agreed to the ceasefire proposal without any amendments or conditions. According to the Palestinian officials familiar with the talks, the proposal mirrors the one presented by the Steve Witkoff 2 months ago, which the Hamas have rejected.